since no ladies have called lately, gentlemen, it is time once again. Keep the music going. Keep the music going.
Y'all know that.
Keep it going. He's an all-star from Skyline High School in Oakland, Oaktown, California. He's an avid fan of the San Francisco 49ers, and he did the same moves on the court that Kathy Rigby did on the balance beam.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for future Hall of Famer, Gary Payton.
Bam! Cut it.
Wow, man, you sound just like Erica Badu.
Hey, you know what?
That was horrible.
You got a fucked up ESPN hat on.
Whoa. Wait,
hold on. I'm just trying to. Could I say my song?
Yes,
my thing.
You got a special.
Listen, man. Let me do this.
Do it.
Nice shirt you got on too, there, boy. Yeah, jeans and everything. Boy.
Love you, man.
You look good.
You look good. How you feeling tonight?
Hey, man, I'm feeling okay. Just under the weather. Listen, man, stop telling me what the hell to do.
Because you don't know what
on my damn show.
Oh,
this is my shit.
It's like that now.
Yeah, this is my shit.
Be the last week of Gary Payton.
Fuck you,
That's
guy.
real, nigga.
Hey, what's up, Jess, baby?
How you doing, Gary?
I'm good. Go on and put me through my show now. You know how you my man. You got to do what you got to do. Do your thing.
We're going to do the roll call, of course. To my left, we have the man who just introduced Gary. It's Guy Black.
Guy Ugly. Guy Ugly. Yeah. That's Guy Ugly.
Okay.
What?
When
No,
I
go
say
on. Go on, do our thing, Jess. Do our roll call.
Watch your mouth, boy.
Okay, Guy
We'll
Black.
move forward now. We've got actor, singer, Gary's good friend, Darius McCrary is in the house. Darius, how you doing?
What up?
And you heard his son in the back.
That's Zack Attack, y'all. Hey, Z, say what's up. Say hi, America. hey, you know, GP, I just wanted to say something. We were having this discussion before we got on.
Yeah.
You know, there are stars and then there are legends, man. And I'm not just saying this because you know, you're my big brother and you raised me. Yeah. You know, and I mean, I've learned, you know, so much from you, man. You know, from your tutelage. I'm not just saying this because of that, man. Because I've experienced the greatness personally. I'm not just saying this, but you know, big brother, you know, you're a legend, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And then this black man over here, Guy Black, don't understand that shit neither.
No, I think you're truly.
What the hell you think?
You are a legend. You're a very, very good person. You've done a lot for the community.
Thank you.
Legends have to do that.
Thank you.
You've helped the boys and girls club in Oakland.
All day long.
You have camps with kids.
All day long.
You're just like Sandusky.
This dude, man. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go by my head. I'm gonna let that go. Go ahead, Jess. Keep going.
That was low.
We're gonna skip over that one from Guy Black and introduce our special guest coming in this week. She played she was in track and field at USC. She was a gold medalist at the Pac-10 championships at the heptathlon, also silver medalist in the Pan American Games at the same event, the heptathlon. She's now a TV reporter for ESPN. Nicole Haynes is here. Nicole.
Yes, sir. So let's talk about yourself, Nick. See what's going on.
Hey, I'm just chilling. I'm so happy to be here, be in the presence of all this greatness.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't expecting all of this.
We in the greatness, though. We in the greatness right here. You know what I'm saying?
Our surroundings.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'm not going to say no to that one. I'm going to roll with that.
Okay, roll with it. But, you know, Nick going to be here with us. You know, we trying out new things. I'm trying out new things. And you women, you got to call us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we need female perspective on sports. We have a voice in sports.
855-369-9898. 855-369-9898. Let's get the calls going right now.
You're so aggressive.
I got to keep the show moving.
Hey, you're so aggressive. Shut up. Come on, now. Come on, Jess. I can't just
see too many million. Shut up. Hey, touch me again. I'm going to sue you.
GP, you know, I ain't gonna touch you. You know what that comes from? That comes from all of his years in radio, man.
Yeah.
That comes from all of his years in radio. He just gets flashbacks, man, to WKRP in Cincinnati.
You know that, didn't you? You used to work on that, didn't you?
I sure did, and I work with Urkel's brother, too.
Okay, Jess, come on.
All right, let's get it started with what else? The NBA lockout into over 140 days of this lockout now. This past week, Gary, when we were away, the owners proposed basically what they said was their final deal before their offer would go down. The players had until Tuesday to accept it. On Monday, they said no deal, and then instead chose to file some antitrust lawsuits against the league, looking to disband their union as well. So this thing looks like it might be dragged on for a lot longer. What are your thoughts on what went down this past week?
Well, it really surprised me because I didn't think it was going to go like this. I think it's great because players are now sticking together. We have never had this in a long time. When I went through it in 1999, we didn't do this. So these guys are looking for the long haul. They want guys who come in 10 years from now that'll have a lot of leverage to work with these owners nowadays. So now when they're disband their union, it's going to hurt them even more because now the owners are having their backs to the wall. Because once you dismantle as a union, then it's anything. Anything goes, and these players can start doing whatever they want to, and it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then the owners can't do anything. So they have canceled games through December the 15th. Yeah. It's looking kind of bad. If I don't think if by January is something or middle of December or the beginning of December, I think this season might be called. It's looking very bleak like that. And so, it's just a stand that the players had to take. I think they had to take this stand to understand. It's just like what the NFL has done. The NFL backed up as soon as the players start dismantling their union and everything. I think that the owners will come back and try to work out something because I don't think they want this season to be lost.
Yeah, but Gary, obviously disbanding the union, you said, it's a risky move for the players. It's not guaranteed to get anything done. Mm-hmm. Why wait until November to do this when the season is already technically should have started? And why not do this like the NFL players did at the beginning of the lockout in July rather than wait 3 months and then do it now?
Because the NFL is a little bit different than the NBA. The NBA didn't think that they would get to this level. They thought they would have a deal done before this. The NFL already knew that they weren't going to be having a deal done. They knew that the owners were going to be very feisty with them, so they did it right away so they can get a season. Now what the NBA players are saying is that we didn't think we were going to have a season in the first place. So now what we're doing now is, okay, we're going to fight you to the end. Yeah. We're not going to give up to you now. Now let's take it all the way to the end. We tried to work with you. We tried to give you something. We tried to give you everything we had to, but you wouldn't work with us. So now that's why we're going to dismantle now. And now we're going to take you to the brinks and see what happens.
So you thought that they were going to accept that last deal, didn't you?
The players?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I thought they weren't going to accept it. You can't accept a deal like that when you have already given up a lot. They have given up a lot. To me, I really did think they gave up a lot. But then when you don't get the one that you're mainly fighting for, why give up that? Mm-hmm. Then you didn't lose. You lost the battle. Right. So the battle was, okay, we're going to agree with you on these other ones, and we can come to even split. But now the one I really want that's going to get us some money, I'm not going to take less than what I'm supposed to. They've already went down from 57, and then they wanted 53. Now you offer me 51, and then I say, okay, I might take 52 something. Now you don't want to give me that. So it's not.
And then they threatened them with 47.
Then they threatened with 47, and then that's just like you saying, I'm punking you now. Okay, I'm gonna punk you. So we done agreed. You see everything. They agreed to the mid-level. They didn't agree to the rookie new thing again. You didn't agree to everything, but now when we come to the revenue shares, you say no. Say no, I'm not giving you that. You're going to have to come to where we want to come to, and I think the players are doing right. They're sticking forward, and what's the problem? What's the good thing about it is you have 50 to 60 or 70 players out there every time at the meetings. So that's showing the owners that we're staying together.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, unity.
Right.
I mean, once that they start not being able to get along and fight for the same cause, then there's going to be tension. Right. And the owners are going to feel that, and then they're going to go in for the kill.
Right. And that's what the problem is now that this year, these days, the big money guys are sticking with the low money guys. The low money guys who are not making money are not folding in and saying, okay, I need my check. You know what I'm saying? My checks, because they were supposed to get paid today. Right. So everybody's going to feel a little wrath a little bit. But if they hold on, and hold in there, they're going to get what they're going to get. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you make only, $750 or $300 or $900,000, in 2 years, you can come back and negotiate, and then your money will be bigger. So that's what they want to do. So this is a good thing for the players, and especially me being a player. And I went through it, and then we all settled for the contract, bargaining what we got, and then it didn't work. That's why we're at this position now, right now, because we accepted something that we shouldn't accept.
Right. I was actually talking to a friend of mine. He's played in the league for about 15 years, and he's about to be done. And he said, we're not giving in. We're fighting for the young people. Right. So next time we come to the table, we won't be starting at square seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to start way back.
G instead of A. Yeah,
Right,
right.
Yeah,
Those
but
are
on
all
the
for the
Foxxhole,
future.
you got to call the name of the person you're talking about.
See, there you go.
This how we go.
In the blackness.
We go hard, right?
He's in the
See,
blackness.
you're in that black business now. You in it. If she said 15
Regulate.
years, you got to just think about how many people been in the league for
Right.
15
Yeah,
years
then
from
you
now.
just-
And there ain't too many that been in the league for 15, so you can narrow it down.
can
Just
narrow
narrow
it
it
down.
down.
Let me
You can
ask
narrow
you
it
something,
down.
G. Do you think that this is great that the players are sticking together, but do you think that there should be more activity? Should the players be more active and working together? We know that they're not going to be able to start a league or to go do any of that foolishness that have been talked about. Okay, that's absurd. But I mean, there are certain things, certain activities, certain fundraisers that the players could be engaging in together to show that unity. I mean, should there be some more of that?
They're doing that because they're going on these tours. You know, these tours is what they're doing. You know, they're making money on the tours. They having a 5,500 score arena doing the games. You know how Durant and them has been doing that. They're building that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When they went to Oklahoma, they had 14,000. They made about $1 million. That was Durant's thing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then he donated
That's
to other
right.
players. But they're doing that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But these players cannot go and try to say they're going to start a league. You have to have sponsors. It's
Right.
not this easy.
Right.
Who's going to pay Kobe Bryant $28 million, $27 million a year,
Right.
and then come back and play Durant 20? Then you come back and play Dwight Howard 40, 20, and then LeBron, and then them guys ain't got billions of dollars like that. So
Right.
we're not going to get into that. They're not going to start their own league. They can't do that.
And Gary, that's really where, if we're looking at this, obviously from both sides, we talked about the player side because, of course, you were a player. But if you look at it from the owner side, you said, of course, there isn't basically another set of 30 guys that are going to pay these guys $20, $30 million a year. And when you look at the NBA, despite all the concessions that they would give up, and they gave up a lot, as you said, or are going to give up a lot in this deal whenever it may happen, they would still have by far the best deal in any association
Sports.
in sports,
Right.
professional sports.
And especially if they get this revenue thing at 53, I still think they come up. You know, they got over because they have changed a lot of things in this collective bargaining. The players are getting what they want, and I think they shouldn't go 50-50 because it's going to give the owners a little something back. The owners was at what 57-43. Now
in the previous
agreement. Now, if you go 53-47, that's good. The owners are going to still. But what you got to understand, these owners are not. This is not their business that they make billions of dollars in. This is their hobby. You know what I'm saying? So they make billions of dollars doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So this is a hobby to them. I know that they don't want to lose money, but people got to understand this is a tax write-off to them too.
Absolutely.
So that it don't matter. When they talking about they losing money, don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a tax write-off. You want to lose. You want to lose $200 million.
Right.
Because if you making $1 billion, you need to go to the IRS with that.
That's David Stern.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Now I want to ask a question to you guys about David Stern. As just a regular guy watching TV, I saw him the other night do this long interview with ESPN, and if he did not look like the slave owner on the plantation in his answers, I'm just saying. I mean, he was so arrogant with his answers, and you know, he tried to make the players look stupid, and I know everyone has to look up to this guy.
He's a pimp.
Yeah, he pimp. Get Big Pimpin' out by Jay-Z. Get that song out. As a former player, you know, you still do things with the league.
Right.
Is it cool? Why has no one come out on David Stern and said, hey, this dude is pimping us. We don't like the way he talks to us directly, not the owners, but him.
You still work for him. You know, you can't come
But
out.
he works for the owners, right?
It doesn't matter.
Not
He
the
works
players.
for the owners, but the owners give him the ability to do control stuff.
Yeah, they give him
So
the
he's
leeway.
commissioner. He controls the
foreman.
NBA. So even though he works for them, they give him a lot of trust to do what they do because they already done made a lot of money. He's made the NBA what it is. That's why he's been there since '84. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been going nowhere. He makes the NBA money, so they give him the lead way to do whatever he wants. So now that's just like if I come out and go against him. Now he's going to target me. Okay, you want to do that? You in my league.
So they're scared of him.
Yeah, you got to be scared of him because you're the commissioner.
You know, Brian Gumbel did come out and call him.
Oh, my God.
But Brian Gumbel don't work for him.
Exactly.
And then Brian Gumbel is not going to be doing anything with the NBA.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If Brian Gumbel he does anything
But he
with
sure
the NBA
won't now,
again in
that's
his
for
life,
sure.
it'll be a cold day in hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna work. So not you.
I love you, David Stern.
You might have messed up Greg Gumbel, too. You never know.
No, and then you
David
see
Stern, you are
Stephen A. Smith tried to do that.
I like your new haircut too, David Stern.
You know the NBA don't mess with him no more. He has doing nothing in the NBA again.
And that tie was awesome, David Stern. Great ensemble.
What a kisser.
So, yeah, you know, he's just a man that he's going to do. We got some phone calls?
Yo, I think we should take a break right now.
You want to take a break?
Phone calls.
Okay, well, let's take a break. We're in here after the game with Gary Payton. We're having a great conversation about
the legendary Gary Payton. Man.
He can call me, but that's my little brother. He going to call me the legendary. But we'll be right back in a hot minute.
Payton.
Fuck you, guy black.
Old ass Gary Payton. Michael Jordan stumped a knot in your ass.
I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Hey, cut it.
Allow me to amaze.
I wouldn't go to a Burger King bathroom now. Nothing against Burger King, but the bathroom is nasty.
Sometimes you got to put tissue down.
Oh, my God.
Don't sit down.
If I ain't going
Only in extreme emergencies.
Hey,
if I ain't going into the Burger King to eat, I'm definitely not going there to shit. I got a bathroom phobia. It has to be a 5-star hotel. Or you know, anything. Like, I'm talking about the Ritz-Carlton if I have to stop. Or
man, I'm going to shit in the middle of a motherfucking football field. Fucking 50-yard line of 55,000 people. If I got shit, I'm going to shit.
I can't do it.
I don't give a damn about the
I can't do it, man.
I'm going to shit, man.
It's got to be like the W.
What you want me to keep it in my side and then shit on myself?
Let it out, Gary.
You want me to shit on myself?
This is really helping your brand right now.
I'm just saying, man, if a mother don't want to go use the bathroom, man, that's crazy. Think about it. Women go on the side of the motherfucking freeways and shit, piss when they hella drunk. And don't say y'all ain't never did that.
I plead the fifth.
No, all right then, goddamn it, I know. And then they sometimes don't have no napkins and just pull their pants up. Shit, so what the hell you talking about?
You gotta shake a little.
See what I'm saying? I told you.
But
I told you.
if you got a panty liner in.
Oh shit! How you even tell me that? That is so.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, we gotta go all the way.
A panty liner? Okay, I'm with y'all. Yeah, so there it is.
I'm done.
You done with it?
Y'all lost me.
I got it. You know, the Ritz, they have the nice little towels.
Talking about the Ritz.
You know, the W, it's a great. I just pull up in front. I'll tell the valet, hey man, I'll be right back. I'm just going inside for a second. And I throw them the keys and run inside and handle my business and come back out.
Come back out and pay $10.
You know, well, no, not really. You know,
no, you just tip him $2.
Tip him $2.
He know who you
is. That how you do it?
You know,
I just tip him $2, man. $2, man.
Keep it pushing.
They be happy just to shake our hands.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Before or
I'm just trying to say. I don't fuck with them afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wash my hands then. My hands are already washed up. I got my hands. You know what I'm saying? You know, shoot.
Shout out to Seattle.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Jess.
Okay, we're going to actually reset the roll call here just so everyone knows if they just tuned in who's on the air. Of course, as you said, we got Guy Black right next to me.
Hey, Guy Black.
Thank you for the love. Appreciate it.
Okay.
We've got right in front of me the good actor, singer, Darius McCrary.
Okay.
Yo, who the hell you was talking about?
We also have special guest, former track and field athlete and now TV reporter for ESPN, Nicole Haynes.
All right. Hey,
what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
I am Gary's right-hand man, Jesse Cass.
Jesse Cass!
There it is.
And of course, it's his show, Gary Payton.
For sure.
The legendary.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Gary, so let's we were talking about basketball, and let's talk about some basketball that's actually being played right now. College basketball kicked off this week.
This is what I like, Jess.
I know. You're a big college basketball fan.
Big college fan. You know, listen, I love the game yesterday when Kentucky played against Kansas. Kansas played very well in the first half. Then Kentucky did what they supposed to, being the number 2 ranked in the country. That all them athletes just came out and played.
Wow.
I like the guards. They start shooting the ball. Teague's little brother is pretty good. The one who play for Atlanta right now, he's pretty good. He's solid. And then I didn't know the number 20 guy. He surprised me for Kentucky, the little guard that came out of Kentucky. But I like number 3. We know he's from Portland. He's from Portland, Oregon. He's a pretty good. You know who he reminds me of a lot? Walter Berry. You know what I'm saying? He plays just like Walter Berry, left-handed, real long, get down on the floor. And the young kid Davis is pretty good. I think Kentucky got a good chance. I want to see them play against all the athletes in North Carolina. I wish North Carolina handled their business and beat Kansas a week ago. Michigan State. Yeah. And then Michigan State lost again to Duke, which Coach K set the record and stuff. But college basketball is great for me. And then, your team, they went in there and beat UCLA the other day, Loyola Marymount. and then they lost to a good team in Tennessee Tech.
Middle Tennessee State. But then Middle Tennessee State last night beat UCLA by 20 as well.
Yes. So college basketball is great. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Now, last week we had a couple of special guests. My team came in last week. They played that game on the aircraft carrier. It was North Carolina along with Michigan State. Yeah. I watched the whole game. President Obama was there for the entire game.
Right.
But I kind of thought that that Michigan State had a better team than what they really did this year, but they didn't look good at all last week.
They're young, too. They're young. Horrible. They're really, really young, though. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of young guys who that's got to develop, and I think that they're not getting all the big-time recruits like the Indianas, the Dukes, the Kentuckys, and, the North Carolinas.
Izzo's a legend, though, right?
Yeah, but, when you got kids that's knowing that they're going to go be one and done, they're going to go to the high-powered schools, especially if they're getting the $200,000 every time they come.
How much they get? I didn't know that.
They get about $200, man. Them dudes is getting paid right now. And I ain't mad at them, you know what I'm saying? So, everybody who listening to me, I don't care the NCAA. Y'all can listen to me. I don't give a shit. They get paid.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I know. They got to be getting paid.
I thought they were just playing like that because they were hungry, because they were trying to get to the pros.
Taking the fun out of the game for me.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, right. Little people mama still struggling, nigga. Shit. Right.
And of course, Coach K with a big win is.
Well, he set the record for most career victories in Division I as a men's basketball head coach, 903, passing Bob Knight, his former coach and mentor, who he played for at West Point. So he's the new record holder for all-time wins in Division I.
Listen, 903 wins.
Wow.
That is
and
a whole lot.
Oh, shit.
That's amazing,
he's been coaching for 37 years.
That's amazing.
Really? That's a long 37. And Coach Knight coached for 42.
Wow. They had a great moment between the two of them, too.
Yeah, they grabbed each other. Coach Knight was talking to him. They had all the cameras on there. Yeah, they really good friends, you know what I'm saying? Coach Knight started him off. He played for Coach Knight. And then for him to be, he struggled for a minute at Duke in his first 4 years. They wanted to get rid of him. And all of a sudden, he came and started doing recruiting. I didn't know he won. He won, 4 national championships. He won 12 ACC championships or whatever. Wow. So he's been doing really well, man. Coach K, now he's an Olympic coach. I heard for life or whatever. Wow. He's going to keep coaching him every year. Yeah, wow. They're going to keep bringing him back. Yeah, they say they're going to keep bringing him back.
I'm just kind of surprised, having so much success as a college coach. They usually bring you up to the NBA, but he's resisted and he's stayed down in college.
He's cool there, though. Why would he?
He can't control the players.
First of all, it's a whole different look. It's a whole different. I'm serious. It's a whole different look in the NBA. NBA, if a coach comes in there and makes $5 million, you have a player that makes $20 million. Mm-hmm. Who can you tell? Who's going to tell who what to do?
Do 2 a days.
That $20 million guy going to get you fired before that. Wow. In college, you can give a scholarship, take a scholarship back, kick him off the college thing, and sit him down and don't even have to worry about nothing. You don't have nothing to worry about. Mm-hmm. And he already got a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Because Duke has gave him a lifetime contract at Duke. So he doesn't have to do anything. Even if he retires from Duke, they're going to pay him again. Wow. They're going to keep paying him to be something. Yeah,
I'd stay there too.
He's good. I would stay there too. It was just like Patino or whatever name. Patino. He blew all that. He fucked that all off when he did this scandal. He had the same thing working with himself. Wow. Same thing. He had the same thing working. And I think with like Coach Bowden from Florida State, he's probably got the same thing going. Connor Secker, like I said, from St. John's, he's got that going. He don't even come to the office. He just get paid from St. John's, because they coach there so long. So these legendary coaches got that. And why should you go to the NBA and give up what you got and then you fool around? You're not going to be in the NBA for 37 years.
Right.
I don't believe you're going to be one place for 37 years. So I would stay with where I'm set. I'll stay with my income going to come here for all the rest of my life.
Right. Do you want to coach college? You think you could do that?
I don't want to coach college. College is a little different, man. You got to go out and recruit. And nowadays, you're kissing a lot of ass with these AAU coaches trying to get these dudes, man. And it ain't like it is. You're not dealing with the moms and the pops no more, because the moms and pops is giving it to the AAU dudes. And then all of a sudden, you got to give me $100,000 here. You can get my dude from here. But I'm not dealing with that dude. If your son gonna come to my school, he gonna get it. He gonna get what he gonna get. I'm gonna get him in the league. He gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't pay the players?
No, I mean, Not really. I would charm them. You know what I'm saying? But some of these dudes, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I might give some of these dudes who's nice. Yeah, I probably would give them some money. Right. That's why I don't want to even put myself in a predicament because I fool around, fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna give somebody something.
He's gonna be the coach of the new Seattle Supersonics. That's what we.
And then I ain't got to worry about giving nobody no money. I'm gonna worry about them going upstairs and getting their own cheese. I'm just saying, you come down here, nigga. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? Me, you go up there and get that cheese from me, nigga. Don't mess with me. I ain't got nothing to do with your money. You know what I'm saying? You just come down here ready to play. I ain't got time to be going to nobody's house talking about, damn, man, can I get him? Give me $250. Nigga, you kidding me? Nigga, go on, man. I ain't got time for all that. Wow. You know, that ain't me.
Yeah, and Nicole, you were obviously a college athlete at USC in track and field. Did you ever get any, offers for money or stuff like that?
Absolutely not.
And she ain't gonna tell the truth.
Trying to get back in the
maybe if I played football. I don't know about basketball as much. We're a football school at SC. Apparently, we have had some issues in basketball as well, though. Mr. O.J. Mayo, so I'm not going to say negative to basketball. But track and field, we're not a big revenue-making sport, so they don't really waste time or money on track and field folks.
Y'all athletic program is toe up right now. Seriously. I'm just saying.
You know what? They just targeted us because we've been balling.
And because y'all was
and the NCAA does not want a Pac-10 team to dominate the NCAA.
Y'all was crooked.
They want an SEC team to be number one year after year. So as we continue to dominate, they just kept putting pressure on our program. They were probing. Please tell me that all of these ACC, SEC, Big 12 teams aren't doing the same thing that got done to USC.
But they're not getting caught.
They are getting caught. Slowly but surely, they're coming out. But you know what? When you look at the NCAA committee that hands down all these sanctions,
they got people on there.
The majority of them are from Ohio State.
Right.
And what have we been doing to Ohio State in football the past couple years?
But listen.
Thank you.
Nick, don't even go with
this.
See, first of all, let me tell you about that shit right there. First of all, why the SEC ain't getting caught is because y'all got some stupid motherfuckers on y'all team like Reggie Bush and all them other dudes. They telling on each other. They tell on themselves. They go and talk. You ain't supposed to talk. Just like you. If you was getting paid, you just said absolutely not. See, that's everybody else ain't talking about that. There ain't nobody doing that. Instead of them just saying, like, hey, I don't know nothing about that. Stop talking and then give it up. He gives his trophy back. Reggie Bush gives his trophy back. That's like a guilt. I would never give my trophy back because I'm saying I earned this. Why
if I was
my trophy
OJ,
back?
I wouldn't give my trophy back.
I wouldn't give none of my stuff back because that's saying like, okay, I did it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get the school off the hook now. They already did it. So, it's people that talk so much.
It wasn't even the athletes that were talking. It was the guy that was trying to recruit him as a marketing.
And who did he deal with? He dealt with
a fool.
Right. He dealt with a fool. And then he didn't want to. All he had to do, if he wanted to do that, just get that dude that little money and go on and buy his money, buy his business. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. He should have just given him the money.
Give him the money.
And it would have been done.
And you would have kept y'all championships. Y'all wouldn't have been on probation.
And that's the thing. Like, they shouldn't even have taken away the championship. It wasn't like he was on some kind of performing enhancing drug or anything.
I wouldn't have gave him shit.
It was a little money. The money is not going to help him perform better on the field.
And that's true. And I agree with you on that. They didn't have to do that because it didn't have nothing to do with it on his field. But that's the NCAA. You cheat.
I'm just saying.
Done.
Just be fair across the board.
Yeah. Okay.
Be fair with all the universities. Don't just come after my Trojans. You know what I'm saying?
I love USC. They was my team when Carroll was there. I loved them. You know what I'm saying? But now they just
we're still doing
y'all
well.
All right. Y'all lost 2 games?
We only lost 2 games. We're still ranked in the top 25. Of course, not on the BCS poll.
Yeah. Y'all
poll.
Okay? Y'all cool?
Yeah, and we're going to be off probation very soon.
Y'all be off probation next year.
High quality recruits.
What's up with Lane Kiffin?
Y'all be off probation next year.
Exactly.
Y'all be bowl eligible next year.
And we're still in the top 25. So we took a little hit, but it wasn't that bad.
And y'all still getting recruits, too. So
absolutely.
Y'all
Who doesn't want to be a Trojan?
Yeah,
who doesn't want to be a USC Trojan?
Hawkeye. We're gonna get a caller in. We got Kyle from, Harlem? Shit, what, New York? Shit, come on, Kyle.
What it do?
What it do, man?
I just noticed y'all mentioned my cousin, Walter Berry, and it made me want to call in. That's all, GP.
Yeah, you know Walter Berry was my boy. You know that. You know, he almost made me. He the one made me commit to St. John's at the time, and then all of a sudden, Connor second got ignorant on it. So he was the one that really made me go to St. John's, and me and Walter B. real still tight right now.
Hey, I was so little. I think I had doodle coming out of the diaper when he brought me to your campus visit.
Yeah, it was all cool, man. Walter B was my boy, man. I just wish he would have went to a different team, man, and got busy a little bit more than he did. Portland, I don't think was a good city for him.
Yeah, that's another conversation. But I called in to ask you about these players, who you feel is right or wrong. I just picked up the Sirius Radio, so I don't know your take on who's wrong or right.
Oh, on the lockout?
On the lockout. And my second question was, I'll hang up just to hear your response, but Stephen A. Smith, is he wrong or is he right in his opinion that the players don't have no leverage? That's my two questions. Basically.
Okay. Well, that's good answers. I think both sides are right. They got to fight for what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jess, what you think? I think the players are right and owners are right. They got to fight for what they want.
I think both sides are right and both sides are wrong at the same time as far as who we're placing blame on. The owners, as you said, they've been stuck in their position, so you can blame them for that. And I think we can blame the players for the fact that they took this stance probably way too late in the game, and if they had taken this latest offer, the average salary would have only gone down by $400,000 per player a year, so they still would have made, on average, $5 million a year. So, I mean, that's way more than any other league, as we said. So there's blame to go both ways, and it's really against both sides here. And it's the fact that they're so close to a deal, literally just, minuscule differences right now, and instead they're going to the courtroom instead of just ironing this out. It should be done by now. Should have been done a while ago. So both sides, I think, are wrong. And then on that second point, I do tend to agree with Stephen A. Smith that the players don't have much leverage. This last move that they're doing is an attempt to gain more leverage. That's why they're doing it. But as of now, really the owners are going to stick with their offer and they're just going to leave it there. And if the players don't take it, they're content to wait out the players because, as you said, they have billions of dollars and they can afford to wait longer than the players because they have more money stored up and it's technically their league. So in that aspect, they have most of the leverage, and this is why the players are going the route that they're going.
What about that mediator that they had? What happened? No one's talking about the mediator. What happened to the mediator about 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Didn't pan
They
out.
still got paid. Mediators get a lot of money.
Yeah, mediator ain't really nothing.
I mean, they might need to find a new one. He failed in the NFL negotiations and he failed in these negotiations. So
But he got paid. They got paid a lot of money.
Yeah, they sent him on vacation.
He's in Hawaii.
Okay, let's take another caller. Anthony from California.
Hey, what's up, man, Gary?
What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, what I'm thinking, man, y'all had 10 years of a great contract with 57%. Man, just give in a little bit, man, before I can get my damn league back, man.
Well, Anthony, it's easier said, man, but you got a lot of guys over there who still want to make their money and do the things, and they think that they make the NBA a lot of money, and that's what they're doing. We've been talking about that. I mean, the league should be like that too. They're going to make a lot of money on TV deals and all of those stuff. So it doesn't really matter, man. If you got 57 to go to 53, you should have just went on and said that and got this season on board and did it.
For 10 years, though, man. 10 years.
It doesn't matter, but you got to understand that's all we had. That's all we had.
You ain't going to get it no more. Let it go.
Well,
let it go.
it's easy for you to say that. That's just like if you go to your job and work and say they cut half of your money, you should just say, let it go, let it go.
Yeah,
it ain't going to work.
Yeah,
no, it ain't going to work.
You might as well get ready and get
you might get ready than that.
Yeah.
You should go and you should say, if I make $10,000, give him $5,000 back. Okay, no, we ain't doing that.
He
better get used to ESPN Classics.
Shit, that ain't gonna work.
But you know what, Gary? I'm gonna tell you, man. It's so crazy, man. I used to when the writers went on strike, and I looked at it and I said, you guys, this is unfair to the actors and to everybody else. I mean, you never see the Teamsters have been on strike, actors have been on strike. You never hear, the wardrobe people and the makeup and hair people, complaining, and they have just as important role to play in character creation as the actors do sometimes, but I didn't understand it then. But looking at it now with all the stuff that's going on the internet, if they wouldn't have had that strike then, man, it would be tumultuous right now to entertainment. I mean, we're already upside down with all the reality television and stuff that's going on. So you look at moments like that and you say, it could be upsetting at the time. You might look at it, but it's much better for the future, like you said, to stop and get it right now.
There it is, and then that's what it is. You say 10 years, but we can't do that. We're going to take a little break. Y'all give me a call at 855-369-9898. After the game with Gary Payton right here. We'll be right back in a minute. Boy, that's something else right there, boy. Did you hear me, man? Did you hear what I'm saying?
Great song. Great. Snoopy Doggy.
Hey, Jess, I seen Coach from Loyola today.
Yeah.
He told me to tell you hello. I like their team. Their team pretty good.
They nice.
Pretty solid. Not a very good game, as we said, against Middle Tennessee State, but still, once they get it figured out, like we said, against that game versus UCLA, they looked very good. So when they have it figured out, they might have to implement a few more things offensively. They don't have much of an offense going right now, but they're good.
But that's because the scorer,
Drew Viney, their top scorer is out of the lineup. So, beating UCLA, who obviously isn't as good as expected, 0-2, but beating them anyway without your top scorer is a good sign for LMU. And when he comes back, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
And they got a tough game this weekend against Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard is a pretty good team. They say they're predicting them to be in the top Sweet 16 in the NCAAs.
Harvard was a team last year that was playing against Princeton. They were each tied for the Ivy League lead in first place, and they lost at the buzzer. So if they had won that game and hadn't lost at the buzzer, they would have been in the NCAA tournament and likely would have made a run. Remember, Princeton gave Kentucky a hell of a game, took them down to the last 5 seconds.
Yeah. And I like the Ivy League team. So, and especially Amaker is coaching them. So he's got that Duke connection. So that's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? What we got?
Gary, we'll stick on college basketball for a minute.
Basketball?
I know that you, along with LMU, are a big fan of Washington. What do you think of them so far? We know they've got your good friend Sean Kemp. His son is on the team.
Which one?
Little Kemp.
The one that's on the team.
Sean Jr.
Sean Jr.
He's getting better. He came in overweight. They got him down to 30 pounds. His footwork is good. He's kind of slow, but he's working. He's working at it. I like the guard. Out of Garfield. They got a guard. Everybody in Seattle is really juiced about him. They say he plays just like me. I went to go see him practice when I was up there last week. He's got a lot of dog in him. He's 6'4", my height. Got a lot of that go get to the basket type of thing. Plays defense just like me. Dog you from one end of the court. I just ain't seen how much dog he got in him yet. You know what I'm saying? They saying he's going to be in one and done. He looks like he can do that. He's pretty good. He's pretty damn good, and I like him. And I'm gonna be up there doing a lot of broadcasting for the Pac-12. I'm gonna do a couple of games up there, and I'm gonna get a lot of opportunities to see him play. So it's gonna be cool when the Pac-10 starts. So I'm gonna be there and see what happens. So, but I like the team. Only thing I don't like is they don't have a legit big man. They got all 6'7", 6'8" players. They all athletic. They all do what they do. And I like the Wilcox kid who from last year can shoot the lights out of it. All these guys can shoot it. So it's going to be interesting. You know, Arizona is one of them teams that they got all the top recruits and stuff like that. But Washington got a good chance of winning the Pac-12. So I'm gonna have a good time looking at it. You know, I go to the Pac-10 tournament all the time, and I like you guys, and you know I'm going to y'all games a lot. So I'm gonna be at a lot of college games. So it's gonna be really fun.
Wow.
Yeah, and Gary, of course, you played at Oregon State. What do you think about them this year?
Well, we need a recruiting class. You know, we're doing a good job of building our stadiums and building our training facilities. We're getting money from the football team. Our football team is not that good this year. We won't make it to a bowl. We've been getting money off that. So we have to, you know, I think we have to get recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like myself, when I'm coming from Oakland, California, and then I go to a school that's in nowhere, you know, a lot of these kids are not going to try to do that because they don't want to try to help themselves in life. They want to go to somewhere where it's popping, like a New York or Kentucky or whatever, where it's something to do. I chose to get out of that life because of Oakland, California. It was so rough. When you go there, I don't think it makes a difference of what your school is like. I think it's who you are. You know, what you do. I can go to any school, and like I did, I went to a school that was mediocre, and I made it a big-time school. You know, we was ranked in the country all the time. We went to the NCAAs all the time, and I became someone there. So, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, they don't want to go to schools because there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? It's just something, to me, I want to go to a school where I can play. I can be the man. I can be dominant and do that. But kids are not doing that now because it's only 1 year and they're gone. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And I think that was in the collective bargaining, too, that the NBA has agreed to, that you're going to have to stay in. It's 2 years. Yeah. You have to stay in now, 2 years in college.
I know where I go to college. Hey, son, earmuffs. Put your earmuffs on. I'm going to college wherever the strip clubs are. Okay, good. Enough time.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so, that's
you won't be in school
See,
for too long.
So, yeah, that's how it is, and hey, college is it. I like my school. I'm going to support them. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to get a lot of people there, a lot of kids there. It was just so happened. It was really encouraging to me. I went to see my son play. He's in prep school. He came to play in Vegas this weekend, and he was like, "Pops, what's up? What you think about me going to your school, Oregon State?" And that really impressed me. You know what I'm saying? And it really touched me because for a guy a kid who's named Gary Payton Jr. And then you go to a school where your father is so much of a legend. Wow. For you to follow in his footsteps is big steps. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with that. And for him to even think about going there, it was really great for me. And that's a great point to just start. Start somebody who can go there and say, get some more kids to go there and go there. So it was a really great feeling for myself.
That was nice. Did you cry?
No, I don't cry too much.
Okay,
man,
so let's find out how much they're going to pay him and then make him make that decision. That's what we're talking about.
God,
I'm going back. You say that? Come on. You wouldn't look out for Junior?
Man, I'm not gonna look out for Junior.
Junior
man.
won't be calling for money.
Junior gotta be on his own, man. You know what I'm saying?
They said he's pretty good though.
Yeah, he's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got to be on his own. You know what I'm saying? If he work it out that he can get some money, then let him do it. I don't need none of it. So you know what I'm saying? I just support him and do what I got to do. He always asks me every day to send for some money. So, shoot, I gave him some money when I seen him. So, hurry up, man. Shoot. We're going to take a caller. Bobby from Idaho.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. And Bobby's not there.
Hey, man, this is Bobby from Idaho, man.
No, there he is.
Hey, man. Hey, Gary, I just want to tell you, man, you're the greatest of all time, man. I can't believe I'm talking to you, man. Hey, man, listen, man. I remember, man, when you was playing up there, man, in Seattle, man. I'm telling you, man, I ain't never seen nothing like it, man. And he used to trash talk, man, and the teardrop shot was the coldest thing I ever seen, man. You put that teardrop on him, man.
Right on.
Hey, man, I love you, Gary. Hey, man, I'm with you, man.
Black power.
Right on. Black power, man.
Hey, Sean from Oakland. If it's somebody I know, let me see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is this?
I know AG, I know EG, I know Donald, I know Nate. I met you a couple times before, Gary.
Okay. What's going on?
You sound like
a first of all, I want to say, my 49ers be getting no respect, and about going to
Hey, that's all right, baby. We all right. We 8-1. Don't worry about that. We gonna get respect.
No respect. Every time
we gonna get there. We there. We the second best team in the NFL.
Like, they got to be somebody else. We beat New York. You know what? New York is not that great. Oh, we can go. They were praising them because they beat New England, and we beat them all. It's the Giants.
Hey, listen, we gonna be okay, man. We got two more tough teams. I think we play Baltimore and Steelers, and we gonna get them too. Don't worry about it. We gonna be all right. We gonna be about like 12, 13, and 3 or something. Real, we can be all right. We can be all right. Yeah.
And about going to the small schools, I went to a small private school for 4 years, for 5 years, because I was how to be out of Oakland.
And how much pimping did you do on that campus?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you.
You turned all them little Christian girls out, didn't you?
When I first got back here, AG asked me how many white girls have I slept with. I said, you know what? I ain't sleeping none.
But you had them bringing you their lunch money, didn't you?
Nah. My mom got involved in it, and she was like, I thought this was a perfect school for you. They're going to pay you for a to do track, so you should go. And my coach, he carried my whole hand, and he disciplined me like a father, and when I did good, he praised me. When I did bad, my mom knew about it.
Yeah. Did I hear you say you ran track?
Yeah.
What'd you run?
I went to Dennis High School. I did the long jump, triple jump, high jump, the relays. I set my school record in the triple jump. I went to NCAA Division II Nationals.
Okay. How'd you place at the Nationals?
I got 7th. I was I was okay. It was a fantastic fight.
Okay, All-American. Not bad, not bad. Representing for the track and field.
And that's where you from, Oakland. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't understand the man doing the triple jump. It just looked like they skipping to me.
That's
I just
okay.
don't understand.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I said it.
Well, you know why it looks like they're skipping? They make it look so easy because they're so good at it.
There it is. There you go. Talk to him, nigga.
Sean.
You got to go out too, brother.
All right, baby boy. Thanks for calling.
Later, man.
Hey, give me Tammy from L.A.
Hey there, how you doing?
How you doing, Tammy? Oh, shit, Tammy, you are the first woman. I just appreciate that.
Tonight.
What the hell? You in L.A., Tammy?
That's correct. And Gary, I'm missing you because back in the day when you were on TV with Chris Webber, that was some good reporting on TV. When are you gonna get back on TV, Gary?
Oh, don't tell him that.
Well, you know the NBA don't like for us to tell the truth. So you know what I'm saying. So they didn't want us to tell the truth because I'm just too hard. You know what I'm saying. I tell the truth. So they might be putting that in the collective bargain that a motherfucker like me can't get on TV. You know what I'm saying?
No, I loved it. You actually inspired my interest in the NBA at that time. But that's not what I'm calling. I'm calling because I'm a layperson. I don't really understand the impact of the lockout if the players go to court. So what does that mean? And isn't the season essentially doomed if this happens?
No. Let Jesse explain that to you.
Well, it definitely puts the season in jeopardy right now. If this court case basically plays out for a long time, then obviously it'll be in jeopardy. But really, they're doing this, or they're hoping that this will get the owners, a little bit afraid, so that they'll come back to the bargaining table and ultimately be able to negotiate again. But if it does, drag on for a long time, then the likelihood of a lost season definitely went up when this happened. But that's obviously not what either side wants. So. It's gonna be a dicey situation. We'll see how it's handled, but
just tell the truth. It's over. We're not gonna have a season, dude.
Yeah. I personally don't think so.
It's over, dude.
So.
Yeah. Like I'm so disappointed. Like I really thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be January. I was like, okay, the owners are gonna go ahead and try to just apply pressure and make everybody have a bad Christmas. Santa won't be showing up for anybody's children in the NBA.
Hey man, relax.
Saying,
you
man.
gonna say Santa not coming? What's up,
not.
She's
not. You're talking about Santa's not coming?
No. Listen now, y'all. We was in the car yesterday, and my little man, we was talking, and I was like, "What you want for Christmas?" He said he wanted Iron Man with the lights and stuff like that. I said, "Okay, where is that at? Toys R Us?" He said, "No, that's at Santa's house." And then he looked at Darius and said, "Daddy, you're Santa, right?" So he knows what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what's cracking. He know that. He said, "Daddy, you're Santa, right? You're gonna bring that to me, right? It's at Santa's house." Yeah. And I did just like this. I said, "Man, you know what's cracking, man, because if you wait for somebody else to come, it ain't gonna get there." I'm sorry to say, y'all. You know. So what we doing? We got some more callers or what? What are we doing? We got James from Alabama.
Yo, this James, what's happening?
What's happening, man?
Nothing, man. I want to talk to Gary Payton, man. I'm a big fan, man. The club, man.
This me, man. This is Gary Payton, man.
Man, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm still watching the championships and the lockout. I still watch when y'all play the Bulls, man. You supposed to win that one, man.
Man, we was supposed to win, man. We just start playing. We start playing too late, man. We let them get out 3-0, and then it's just hard to come back on the team like that.
Yeah, man, I just want you to know, man, you got big fans down here in Alabama, man. You need to make a trip down here, man.
Man, I'm going to come. You set it up, man, and you throw a party, and I'll host it.
Oh, boy.
You got it, man. I appreciate that, man. Y'all take it easy up there, man.
Okay, you take it easy.
What part of Alabama you in?
I'm in Addison, Alabama.
Addison? Where's that at? I guess it's far away. You just paid out.
Man. Hey, we got Arthur from Atlanta. Come on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Gary?
What's going on, Arthur?
Hey, nothing at all, man. Hey, man, I just wanted to ask a couple questions real quick.
Go ahead.
When you left from the Supersonics and went to L.A., did you take a pay cut?
No, I didn't go from the Supersonics to L.A. I went to the Supersonics to Milwaukee, and no, my contract was still under effect, so I had the same amount of money.
Oh, okay. So you didn't change anything, whatever, to get, to that championship team or whatever.
Yeah, I did. I did when I went to the Lakers the following year. I took a pay cut.
Okay. Yeah, see, the thing is that I was asking was, you know what I'm saying, that you left and from a team, you know, to go somewhere to get what you needed for the bigger picture, and that's a championship under your belt. Am I right?
Yeah. I had been in the league a long time, and it was already established that I didn't need no money. I had made a lot of money. I took a pay cut because I wanted to solidify my dynasty to win a championship and go out that way. So, you know, it wasn't really about the money with me. But when I was playing basketball, it was about me just being the pride of playing basketball. That's why I played all the time. That's why I played hurt. That's why I didn't never miss games, because it wasn't about that. It was just the reward that I got a lot of money because I got better and better. So it's not really about that with me. You know, it's great that I get a lot of money, but when I played on the basketball court, it was all about a personal thing to me because that was just my life. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make people understand that I was good and that I was great at what I did.
Now, don't you think that would be a lot easier if these fellas nowadays thought that way with this lockout?
Well, it would be, but you know, this is not early in the 80s and in the 90s and early 90s. I mean, because it's not like that. This is a different era. These kids are averaging 23, 24 and younger. So that's not the case. They want to make their money. They're guys that just want to make money. They got parents and stuff that want to make money who is young than me. So you know, they want to make their money. They want a Bentley. They want houses. They want that. So it's a lot different in this era.
Gotcha.
All right.
I just wanted to see your take on that because I know that, you know, I've seen you move around or whatever, and I know you probably, you know, did what you had to do to get what you needed. What you needed.
Goddamn, go and say goddamn.
Goddamn. And I figured that they would be thinking the same way. You know what I'm saying, with the lockout and everything. That if you have to take a little bit off or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to get to the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is playing basketball, and that's where I think their mindset should be.
Yeah, and then you got to understand they looking out for the people down the line too, for these younger kids, so you won't have to go through this no more, and it'll be a lockout and all that stuff. So it gives and takes. So you know, we hope it'll be over and pretty soon. Jason, let me get Jason from Seattle. This is our last
Gary,
call.
how's it going?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just chilling up here in Seattle, just waiting for a team to come back.
Larry, you waiting every week.
Boy, you something else,
every
man.
week.
We're going to be all right, man.
Gary, just a couple things. Congratulations on Gary Jr. Even mentioning going to Oregon State. That's really cool, man. I'm sure that means a lot to you as a father and then also as a player that played up there. I went to Washington State University. I didn't play, but I'm all Pac-10, Pac-12, so that's really cool that he wants to go up there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And then Walter Berry, you mentioned Walter Berry. He actually got drafted by San Antonio first.
Yeah, and then he went to Portland. You're right.
Yeah,
then they traded him. Right. You're right.
And then since this is kind of like bust on Sean Kemp, no, I'm just kidding. But I do have a legitimate question though, and I want your take. It has to do with the negotiation between rookie contracts and how if you could help me out with this. Over the years, the max contracts have they increased as far as years for rookies, or they decreased? Because I'm saying this being serious, but I'm also being kind of funny about this. They've kind of done away with the Sean Kemp, fresh out of high school, 8-year deal, right? There is no such thing as that anymore to, 8-year deal. They're trying to do away with. They're trying to minimize the amount of years on a rookie contract. Is that correct?
Well, they did that already. Well, that was diminished a long time ago. That was right after Jason Kidd and all them came. They used to get all them. When I came out, I got a 7-year deal. Jason got an 8-year deal and all that stuff. We have already had a lock on it. The kid, they only can get 4 years. They can get the maximum 4 years, and then I opt out on the fourth year if they want to. The number one pick can get like $3 million, and then he goes up to like 3.2 or 3.3 or whatever, and 3.4 or $4 million when he goes up. So they have already had a set thing on their rookie contract. If you get picked in the second round, you're pretty much not guaranteed unless you have an agent who can negotiate that and make it a guaranteed 1 year, and then the second year an option on the team or whatever of how you do. So their money is already set. So it's no big deal about the rookies. That's what they was debating about in our 99, and we got it set. So we've been doing that for the last 10 years, that you had a set thing. If you're the number 1 pick, you get $3 million. The number 2 pick, you get probably 2.6 or 7 or something like that. So it's already been set. So it's not about that. You can't get to 7 there, and then on the table now, you can't even get more than 4 to 5 years now. So that's what's on the table. They can't even the veterans can't get more than 5 years now. You can't sign more than 5 years. You can't get a 6-year deal or nothing like that no more. It's only 4 to 5. So that's where it is. It's all going to be set now, and you probably ain't going to need an agent.
Wow. Yeah. You see the tax got to do your taxes. Hey, Gary, thank you very much for your time. I kindly appreciate it. Just one last thing. The saddest day of my life is when you and Desmond Mason walked the stairs out of the Key Arena to Milwaukee. That hurt, man. That was a very hard day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Bye, bro. Later.
All right. Okay, man. We about to wrap this up, man. Deuces. This is Deuces up in here, man. We had a great show, man. I want to thank my special guest, Nikki. Thank you very much. I want you to come back. You come back anytime you want to.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Had a blast with all you guys.
There you go.
You got a Twitter or something you can hook up?
You say your Twitter? You got a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. I haven't been on it in a while.
Well, you're going to have to get on it now.
I'll be back. It's Where's Nikki?
Okay.
Where's with a Z?
Okay, good. And then we got my boy, my little brother Darius. He's been on here for a couple of weeks. You know, he's my boy, and I got my young brother. He's doing his thing. Do it,
bro. Having fun, man. Hanging out with you. You guys can hit me at Darius McCrary on Twitter, and check out DariusandtheDList.com to listen to some music and look for some upcoming projects.
And then, I got my boy Jess right here, my right-hand man. He always going to be here with me every day. Then I got my guy Black, who does and produces and does all the production with this. I really appreciate him for doing this every time. I'm trying to give you some...
I like that. Man, that was pretty good. You couldn't get it out, but I know
I feel the love. I'm getting
going to eat again tonight?
I'm getting the love. Yeah, we eating again.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. I like
and then,
you.
I got all my other peoples in the background. I don't want y'all to know them because I don't want y'all to be stalking them. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to call it
I don't want to do. No, don't call their name. No, hell no. Hell no. I don't want them to get stopped because they motherfuckers might come and try to take them away from me. That beat, you see the music and all that old shit, and then you know how I be doing all of the numbers and all that. I got people behind me doing that. My people's back there tweeting for me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way y'all do it, man. I love my dogs. I love my dogs back there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
GP, we want to take a moment of silence before we go off tonight.
And what is it?
Because a lot of people have been affected, and we just want to give a moment of silence on the Foxxhole on your show.
Okay.
For the groupies.
This motherfucker.
The NBA season has not started yet. A lot of groupies are affected. Let's get a moment of silence for all the groupies that thought they was getting a new car this year. You thought you was getting some food. You thought the Cristal was going to be pouring. We can't make it rain yet.
But guy, it's actually a beautiful thing because being that I'm a thespian, I didn't say lesbian, I'm a thespian. Yeah. I am now portraying an NBA player,
right?
And so I'm getting so much more action. I just shave my head bald,
right?
I walk in, and I'm kind of tall, and so I'm getting all kind of action. So I'm
Can
loving
we get this moment of silence?
Absolutely.
All right, one
go
more
ahead.
right here.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, and listen here, we're going to wrap it up, man. This is after the game, but we're going to come at this. Watch this song right here. This is by one of the people up in here. It's called Darius McCrary. Peek his game out. He does this. He sings. He does everything. He acts. He does it. Here we go. We're going to leave with his song. Here we go. I'm out of here. See y'all next week. Peace.